Last night, Joe Biden officially became the Democratic nominee for president, and one of the delegates involved in that process was our very own St. Pete Mayor Rick Kriseman. He joins us now to talk about the process of being a delegate and what all happened and why he wanted to be involved. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on today.
All right, so first of all, what did you actually do? What is this process like?
Well, I had to cast my vote, and I was proud to be able to cast my vote for the next president of the United States, Vice President Joe Biden, and also for the platform and approving the platform that we are, as Democrats, putting forward as to what we think will help move our country forward into the future.
And what do you think that is?
Well, it's a number of things. I mean, one of the things is obviously as a mayor of a city that I am really thrilled about is the focus on infrastructure. There's this administration or potential administration with a President Biden and how much focus he's put on the need to help address infrastructure while at the same time creating good paying jobs and helping our economy recover, I think is really important. And healthcare, obviously, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and the focus on healthcare and how we address the pandemic and how different our country would be today and how different it'll be going forward with the President Biden versus the administration that's there now. It's pretty stark, and I think it's a pretty strong contrast.
And now, obviously, the convention this year is very different, all virtual. And I know you haven't been a delegate before, but what is the difference between being a delegate in this virtual convention versus being able to go in person?
Well, certainly, I think all of us that have had to do meetings online, as you and I are doing right now, virtually, there's the personal interaction that you're used to having. You can't have, but I really give the DNC a lot of credit. I think the way they have managed the convention for the first 2 days has been really outstanding. The roll call last night in particular, I thought was a really creative way of seeing the voting take place, really giving an opportunity for each state to be featured in a way that it otherwise would not have been had this taken place in an arena. But I think what's really important is they've been able to convey the message that leadership matters, and it's about rising, to the moment. And I think it's been conveyed very loudly and strongly in these first 2 days.
And why did you want to become a delegate this year as opposed to years past?
I always hesitate to say this is the most important election because you always hear people say it, but truthfully, this really is the most important election that we've ever had in my lifetime. And I've got 2 children, and this is about their future. And down the road, when they have children, and who will be my grandchildren, their future. And so to me, being involved in this and having a say in what happens in the future and what our future looks like was really critical. And, I mean, I've been involved in politics for 20 years, so it's not like I haven't cared about these things, but I in the position I'm in, I see the void of leadership in Washington, and what a difference having a president who is competent, who believes in science, who is empathetic and cares about people. What the difference would have been had we had a President Biden from the start of COVID to today versus what it'll be and what we've had. And knowing what it will be going forward, how much better we'll be with a President Biden.
And we still have a few days left of the convention. What are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, certainly, I'm always looking forward to hearing from our candidate, and that'll be tomorrow night. Tonight, of course, we have President Obama, who is going to be speaking. Last night, I thought Joe Biden was brilliant and really gave us some great insight into not only who she is, and it's important to know who your first lady is, but who Joe Biden is as a man. And then Michelle Obama, the first night, what can you say? She's remarkable. And so it's been great so far, but I'm looking forward to tonight, tomorrow night, and getting to hear our past president and our future president.
Some very big moments still yet to come. St. Pete Mayor Rick Kriseman, thank you so much for chatting with us today. Appreciate your insight as always.
Thanks for having me on.